So here I have quite a bit of the wall insulated with the 1.5 inch styrofoam. I still have a little bit of the old section that was not part of the garage door to do, but I got a little bit of spray foam stuff that I need to pull out of there that I had done as an experiment. But I'm ready to put some Roxul in, and I already started to do that in one area. So here's the Roxul, or Rockwool, and I love this stuff. I think I've brought this up before, but if not, this is my preferred insulation instead of fiberglass or anything like that. Now spray foam stuff's nice, but it's expensive, and for me it's hard to get anybody to come up and insulate just sections of the wall at a time. My shop's not empty. I have stuff against the wall, so I can't get a ton of square footage empty for somebody to come and do something that's worth their time. So this is the way I insulate it myself. Like I said, I got 1.5 inch foam between the purlins, and then I use Great Stuff expanding foam out of the Pro Gun and just foam all of the joints. And then over top of that, go with R23 Roxul in these 2x6 cavities. And the Rockwool, if you've never used it, stuff's phenomenal. It is super dense, very heavy. It's sound deadening. It's basically fireproof to over 2,000 degrees, 2,200, 2,400, I forget, something like that. It cuts with a bread knife or steak knife, something like that. It holds its shape, never sags. You don't have to staple it. Wind and air will not penetrate it. I just love it. It's made the shop so much warmer and less drafty feeling by ripping out the fiberglass and upgrading to this. So we'll get busy and start working on this wall a little bit and move forward. Now here's a nice thick bat of the Roxul. I'm going to show you just a couple little tips on what I do when I install it. Because it's so dense, when you push it in, it won't necessarily push all the way to the back corners. So I always push it in kind of all the way past the studs in the wall, and then I kind of pull it on the sides and let the front pop out. And I'll show you the gaps and stuff that that happens before you push it all the way in. And also, this is what I use to cut it. Now you can use any type of bread knife, steak knife. They make a knife just for insulation, but this works pretty well for me. And like I said, this stuff is so dense that you can just carve right around stuff like outlets, switch boxes, anything like that. And whether I'm cutting it to make it for a narrow cavity or lengthwise, because I'm at the top of the run, I use this, and it's really pretty easy to cut, and I like it so much better than fiberglass insulation. But let's show this guy in. I always get one side started and then push the other side in. So here's where I push a little bit extra. To make sure it goes all the way back against the corners. Then I'm just putting a little sideways pressure. That's it, nice and easy. It's in there, it's dense, air won't blow through it, it won't sag, no stapling. Once again, I just love this stuff.